Hey everybody, Catherine here. Welcome to my channel. I will show you today how to build Microsoft Sentinel Security Information and Event Management, or shortly SIEM, and configure it with live attack monitoring on a map. First, we're going to build a virtual machine inside Azure, and Azure is a cloud computing platform of Microsoft. The VM is going to be our honeypot, which I'll show you how to make super vulnerable. How to set the data location on a custom log and then set up a live map of the attacks inside our SIEM. It's really cool project to get some hands-on actual experience inside Microsoft Azure, so I really hope you enjoy it. So first you need to set up an Azure account. It gives you $200 free credit for the first month, way enough to build a project. After you sign in, you create a virtual machine. Go to virtual machine, then create virtual machine, and then for the resource group we create a new resource group, and I put West US 3 on the region, and security type standard, Windows 10 Pro. Everything looks good right now. Don't forget the username you're creating, because you're gonna need this username to log into your remote desktop to the virtual machine after. Do not forget the password and the username. You're gonna need it. First time I actually forgot it and then I had to create it again. So please don't forget this. Then we click next. And everything looks good here. Next, networking. And what we're gonna do is we choose advanced security group, because we're gonna create a new security group. You just remove all the rows that are already preset there and we add an inbound rows. So any destination, any source, asterisk for source port for all, priority 100, and add the row. Okay. Review and create. Create. And while it's initializing, we're going to set up our log, custom log under Log Analytics Workspace. So you go to Log Analytics Workspace and click the Create plus sign over there. So we already have a resource group under our honeypot we already created. You give it a name, and I named mine log honeypot. Region West US 3, and click create. Again, create. Deployment is in progress. While it's initializing, we are going to set up some more rules in our SIEM, and we go to Microsoft Defender for Cloud and environment settings and our honeypot. Defender plans. SQL servers has to be off, servers on, and foundational CSPM off. Save. And we go to data collection underneath, all events, all Windows security and app locker events, save. And now we go back to Log Analytics Workspace and choose your virtual machine you lastly created, because I already have two virtual machines there. I had to work more on the project. log honeypot and then virtual machines, and click the last one to connect it to the Log Analytics Workspace. Now we go to Microsoft Sentinel, which is our SIEM, create, and then add it to the honeypot. We've already created the log honeypot. So now we're gonna need the public IP address of the virtual machine. So we go to virtual machines, to our honeypot, and we copy the public IP address. And I use Microsoft Remote Desktop because I'm on MacBook. You paste it there, add it, and then you have to log in with your username and password. The initial username and password that were created. Continue. And now we are connecting to the virtual machine remotely. And we have to set a few things there. So first, we are going to remove firewall rules to make the VM more vulnerable to attacks. Then, run a PowerShell script that will take the geolocation data from a geotag website and send over to the VM and our SIEM. So first thing first, let's move forward to our tasks. We go to Event Viewer just to take a look at the events, and we're gonna focus on one particular event. And under Windows Logs, we go to Security, and we're going to be focused on event 4625, which is audit failure. We already have some data. We already have someone try to log in, a no username or bad password used, and we have the source network address, but we don't have the geolocation data. So how to collect the geolocation is from this website, IP geolocation. See, when I pasted the IP address of the intruder there, as you can see, there is country, state, city, latitude, longitude, everything we need. So I'm pinging now the IP address of my virtual machine from my MacBook command prompt. And I am not receiving a response. So how do we fix this is we have to remove the firewall rows. Go to WFMSC and then Window Defender Firewall. And we set domain profile off, private profile off, public profile off, and apply. Okay. Now, when we ping our IP address, we already have a response. Now we're gonna need the IP geolocation API keys. And I'm signing with GitHub. And after I'm signing in, I have my own API keys. And in Windows PowerShell IC, we're gonna need our personal API key there, because we're gonna use the script to automate our process to collect API data. So we basically copy and then paste the script in PowerShell IC, and then substitute the API key with the API key of the IP geolocation website, and then run the script. I'm gonna save the file, and see, it's the path for the program is in C program data. It's a little bit hidden, so we're gonna need that. Save the script, and I gave it a name, script. The path for the file is in C and then program data. And we already have an output. This is actual geolocation data of all intruders trying to log into our virtual machine. To locate the file, it's under C program data and it's failed RDP file. When you open it, you see all information of the people that are trying to log in. You see the longitude, latitude, destination host, and you also see that there is samplehost username. It's just for training purposes of the automation process of the SIEM. So now we go to Log Analytics Workspace again and our honeypot log and tables and create new custom log MMA based. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna copy the text from the failed RDP log on your VM and then paste it on your computer notepad for Windows or TextEdit for Mac. Upload it under select a sample log. I am looking for the saved file. And remember, it's in your computer. So you upload it there, click next, and the type is Windows, of course, and the path is where the file is saved on our VM. We give an extension log, click next, give it a name, failed RDP, create, and now we have created our custom log. If we check security event, which is Windows event log, there is an information already, and you will need some time until you get actual information under security event custom log that we've created. I've waited for a few hours honestly to get some more information, but if you check it right away, you won't get any output there. See the failed RDP? That's the custom log we've created. So there is already a lot of ingested information in our SIEM of our intruders. And now we're gonna create custom fields that we're gonna use for the map later on. You see there's a row data, latitude, longitude, destination host. So how do we do that? We go under row data and extract fields. And what we're basically doing is highlighting the information. In this case, we start with latitude, we give it a name, and we confirm this is the latitude information, numeric, and extract. Now on the right side, verify that's the actual information we're giving to the system. If you highlight the latitude number, then the latitude number should be highlighted on the right side. And check very fast. Everything looks good here, and then if everything is fine, just save the extraction and move to the next one, which is longitude. And now we're basically doing each by each our custom fields. Extract and checking again on the right side. Now there is a big possibility to have errors on the right side. In this case, you just fix everything. You just now see this is not longitude. What we do is, again, we highlight it and confirm that's the longitude we already set. Extract. Move forward. Oops, that's another mistake. Modify. All right. I'm doing both just in case. Extract. It should be fine now. Yes, save selection. Now we do the destination host. Extract. Checking for errors. You might need to do a few times this because it gives errors. Now we are going to do the username. Extract. I'm just rushing over it now. Source host. Now I skip the state because twice it was giving me an error, and I'm just not creating a custom field for state at the moment. I didn't have country field because of the state field. It was messing up. So just leave the state field and continue to country. Checking for errors. If everything looks good, just save selection, extract. Label. The label is gonna show the country and the IP address of the attacker. Alright, timestamp is the last one. Oh, modify this. Extract. Cool. Everything looks fine. At the beginning, you won't have this much data. Now when you go to tables, you can see where are the custom fields you've created. You just find your log file and edit schema, and there you can see the custom fields you've created. Going back to logs and running our failed RDP custom log, I'm gonna show you the custom fields now here under columns. Basically, when you mark them, they're showing up on top. We needed the custom fields mainly to show on our map once we set it up. So how do we set up the map to show our attackers and their location? We go to Microsoft Sentinel. You just type Microsoft Sentinel on top. Then you choose your log honeypot. Go to workbooks, add a workbook, and delete everything that is already preset there. remove the first one, the second one, and we add query. I'm gonna paste it and run it, and as you can see, when I run it, it's invalid. So this is because the custom fields I have created are giving an error, and what I did is I created actually a new custom log, new custom fields. I named my custom log field RDP3, as you can see there, and it's gonna work one by one. So already it's giving an output, but first I'm doing it one by one actually. Alright, now there's two fields without information, and to exclude the fields without information, we need the third part of the query, and now it looks perfect. The last part of the project is to visualize the attackers on a map. So how do we do that is go to visualization and map. And we set up the settings. On the latitude, we put latitude, and the same for longitude. And you can choose different settings here and see how it looks like on a map. For instance, I put here event count under metric label and apply, and you see the event counts now, but you don't see the IP address and the country. So we have to choose a different setting for this. Source host, now you see the source host. And if you do label, you're gonna see the country and the IP address of the intruder, which is cool. I think we're done and everything is perfect. If you enlarge this, see how it looks like. Absolutely amazing. We give it a name and save it. Honeypot, location West 3, apply, and we have our map with our attacks. I'm gonna load it again, and as we can see, Netherlands are the leader at the moment, and this is how it looks like within our VM, the raw data there. And keep in mind the script must be up and running to be sending information from the VM to our SIEM, and it takes some time from the VM to be sent to the SIEM to be loaded there. But we've done it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you try the project, let me know if you have any difficulties. I'll be gladly helping you.